India's sugar sector was once in the sweet spot for investors. Had a very good run up in 2023, even part of 2024, but topped out during August September 24. But what changed since then? Why did the sector topped out? And more importantly, what's ahead? Let's break it down. But before that, I have a disclaimer that I do not have any buy, sell, hold recommendation through this particular video. The sector or the stock which I'm going to mention here is not at all any recommendation from my end. If you have any interest in the stock or the sector, take your own call or check with your registered advisor. To understand the slowdown, we need to look at the ethanol policy changes. During December 23, means December 2023, sorry, December 2023, which is the sugarcane year 2023-24, right? Started in November 23 and uh, ended started in November 23 and ended in October 2024. So in the sugarcane year 24, actually during December 23, government of India has restricted uh, government of India has restricted diversion of sugarcane towards production of sugarcane juice and B-heavy molasses. Means ethanol manufacturing, production of ethanol from sugarcane juice and B-heavy molasses was restricted, was banned by government of India. So this was made to make more sugar available in the system. Correct. To build the sugar inventory. So what was the impact? This decision led to underutilized distillery capacities, uh, and it happened across the country. Companies could not run their plants at full potential and affecting margin and profitability. Later, the restriction was lifted, but here is a catch. The government did not increase ethanol prices for juice, means sugarcane juice, or B-heavy molasses, despite increasing fair and remunerative price for sugarcane. Now let me show you the fair and remunerative price of sugarcane. So before that, I need to share my screen. And let me show you uh, this set of data. So, okay, just a moment. So yes, this is the price tracker. So here is the government announced prices and here is the ethanol prices. See, if I make it bit larger, the sugarcane, just have a look. Uh, Sorry, this is the ethanol price. I'll come back to it later. Before that, let me show you uh, the fair and remunerative prices of. Okay, so this is the ethanol sugarcane like prices for various feedstocks. So sugarcane juice, sugar, and sugarcane juice prices. This was unchanged since 20 to 23 session. Even 23-24 it was unchanged, say at 65.61, and in November 24 to October 25 it was unchanged at 65.61. Ethanol production from B heavy molasses was 60.73 rupees per liter, remains unchanged for 23-24 as well as 24-25. C heavy molasses was at 49.41 for 22-23, which increased to 56.28 in November 23, 23-24, and 24-25 slight increase at 57.97. I'm not getting into rest of the part, but important is for the sugar companies. This remunerative, this ethanol prices remains unchanged, 65.61 for sugarcane juice and B heavy molasses for 24-25 session, as well as 23-24 session. So what happened, that as it remained unchanged, so uh, obviously, and fair and remunerative prices went up. So what happened, let me show you uh, what happened, that it was a like the price, it was no more viable or not that attractive for sugarcane, for sugar mills. So ethanol prices remains unchanged. Your input यानी कि feedstock prices, मतलब cost towards your feedstock went up. So obviously your margin was squeezed, and obviously it was not a favorable decision for sugar, favorable policy for sugar mills. This broke from the earlier practice of aligning ethanol prices with sugarcane FRP. So, what was the sugarcane FRP? Sugarcane FRP was, I think, 355. It was 355 rupees for the financial year 25-26. 24-25, it was 340 rupees. So 24-25 was 340 rupees. And that is for that recovery of 10.25%, which is considered as standard. So as it remained unchanged, so it was not viable. Comparing this, maize ethanol fetches 71.86 rupees per liter. You can see here maize ethanol prices went up, and also it was higher than all other feedstocks. So that was the most preferred route or favorable route in terms of profitability, and that's why sugar mills, the price gap was hurting this sugar ethanol economics. These changes spooked the market with no pricing incentives, lower sugar diversion for ethanol, and as I said, like underused assets earning viability weakened. Investors saw the risk and began to exit sugar stocks around August September 2024, leading to sector stop out. So, what lies ahead? Acha, before that, let me tell you, if I want to show you how was the operational metrics for these companies, let's take the market leader Balrampur Chini. How was their overall performance during this quarter? Let's have a check. So you can see this ethanol production from syrup has was lower in 23 24. So Q3 FY24 it was lower, Q4 lower, Q2 is usually a down season, nothing to speak separately on this. Q3 FY25 has picked up, and Q4 has picked up significantly. It's for syrup. For juice also, you can see from Q3 there is a drop. Q3 FY24 there is a drop, and now from Q3 25 also it was weak, and C heavy was little bit higher, but C heavy is not that attractive. And if we like, as all the sugar companies have parallelly, like most of the sugar companies have parallelly started running their maize plants, means ethanol from maize root. So these are the data for Balrampur Chini. So other companies are also doing the same. So it clearly depicts that profitability, overall operational metrics was weak during Q2, Q3 of FY24, and it impacted their profitability. I can show you in screener also, like it was badly impacted. Uh, Let me show you Q2 performance of like the profitability, EBITDA was badly impacted for companies like Balrampur Chini in the uh, especially third quarter. Balram, Balrampur Chini. So if I go to the quarterly numbers, you can easily see this quarterly performance was September 22, it was negative. It was Q2. And September 23 has picked up. And September 24 was again down. I was referring to this September 24. Right. And Balrampur has still managed some of the companies like Renuka Sugar. If we check Renuka Sugar, so it had in December quarter, I think Q3 24 was very bad for Renuka. They posted weak Q2 and negative in Q3. What I can recall. Just a moment. Let me show you. Here it is. December was negative. September was very good. I'm sorry. September means Q2 was very good. Q3 FY24 was very bad for them. There was a loss, some marginal loss in the at the EBITDA level. Bajaj Hindustan had bad two sessions. September and December both were bad for Bajaj Hindustan. So we can largely say overall performance of the companies were impacted due to these policies. Just a moment. See, September quarter it was bare hardly any profit at the EBITDA level, and December quarter they registered loss at the EBITDA level. So these are very important factors to understand that how entire industry was affected. Why I'm showing Balrampur all separate companies, because it is showing that entire industry was affected. So what lies ahead? If prevailing prices continues, then government's target E30 blending by 2030 means 30% ethanol blending by 2030. Government's target will be at risk. Currently, after March 2025, government said we are at 20% blending. We have achieved 20% blending target. So next target will be very difficult to achieve with the current policies. Sugarcane remains the most land and water efficient ethanol feedstock. Government is likely to course correct by linking ethanol prices back to FRP. This is not my expectation. This is the expectation of the market, expectation of the sugar mills, expectation of the sugar association. There is a belief that policymakers realize this policy misstep and will rectify it. Many sugar companies have already invested in multi-feedstock facilities, which I have already shown. Maize-based, like they have adopted maize route because maize-based ethanol yields the highest remunerative price. So Balrampur Chini has done. Dhampur has set up. They just in FY25 few months back they have set up. So for now, investors should watch for price revision, ethanol tender updates, and new blending targets. If ethanol pricing aligns again with FRP, the sector could regain momentum. Until then, caution is key. Thanks for watching. Drop your thoughts on the sugar ethanol policy in the comments. Do you think the sector will bounce back? Share your opinion and don't forget to like and subscribe for more sectoral deep dives. Thank you for your valuable time and have a very good time ahead.